Hi, we're going to do some, I'm going to cover for you the skills you need to do today's assignment. First, we had a lot of people have trouble turning things in, so I want you to go to your account, log into Scratch, go to your account over here, and go to Account Settings, and then hit the Email tab, and make sure your email's been confirmed. And if it hasn't been, you need to confirm your email. So you would go to your email and find the email from Scratch and click the button. All right, and then after your email is confirmed, then when you come into Scratch, you'll see this share button up here, and I would really request that you rename it with your name and the day. Today's day 2 before you leave this window, and I copy the link, come in here and say copy, and then I would turn off commenting, just because you don't need strangers on the internet making comments about your project. So hopefully that helps you with all of that. All right, so then the new skills you need for today, couple of things. Again, as usual, I'm asking you to get rid of the cat. And then when we come into sprites, I'd like you to use a sprite that has animation built into it. So I'm going to show you how you can tell by looking at the animals. So if you mouse over the bat, you see the bat is flying. Those are all different costumes that the bat character has. And here's a bear that either is standing or on all fours. But here's a bear that's walking. So this would be a great one to use. That's one that I used for my example. The bat you can use also. This one's not a good one because it's not walking. That's just two different weird pictures. I mean, they're not weird, but that's okay. And see, the crab is just clicking its claws, which is great. And the chick is eating. It's not walking. So some of these are walkers, like the original cat is a walker. This is a flying cat, but see, that doesn't, I don't know. I guess we could call that workable. This guy's kind of walking, but he's also eating. This one's flying. The flying one is all right. So there's real cool ones. I mean, they're obviously, ooh, there's a bunch of different fish. This dog number 2 is walking. But then there's one, sometimes there's one where they're not walking. So like this chicken is walking and one isn't walking. I'll choose that one and just show you how to work with it. If some of the costumes are walking and some aren't, you come in here to costumes and see this one, this one, this one, that's walking. This one's not. You can just delete the one that isn't a walker. You didn't delete it from Scratch. You just deleted it from your project. So anyway, that's how you find a sprite that is a walker. And then to make it walk, you do a green flag and then a forever control. And then under looks, you can say next costume. And if you do this, it'll happen really fast. It's a little crazy. So we want to go in and into control and add a wait. I found on mine, I waited 0.1 seconds between costume changes. And yeah, and that works pretty well for this chicken. The chicken's a little funky with that, the one where he looks at us. So I think I'm going to get rid of the one where he's looking at us because that's just it was bothering me. So now it looks like the chicken's walking better. And I think 0.1 is not quite enough long of a wait. That's a little better. And then the other thing is he's not actually moving. So we'll drag over a move block. 10 is too fast for today's project. I think, just 2 steps is good. So now see, yeah, and since this is, maybe a little faster. All right, and then I wanted you to see there's a block that lets you pick a starting place for a sprite. So let's say for this today, I wanted the chicken to start over here. You can see what its location is. It's, by the way, this is an XY grid like in like in algebra class. I'll show you. There's even a picture of it down here. We'll get rid of it. But here's the XY grid. The center is 0, 0. And way over here is 240 for X and 0 for Y. And then way up here is 0 for X and 180 for Y. So this chicken way over there is, well, we can see where it is if we come back here. The chicken is right now at negative 205 and Y 0. So if I wanted that to be where the chicken always starts, I can go negative 205 and then a Y as 0. And then I can put this right here under the one green flag clicked. By the way, I don't want this I don't want this backdrop. So let's see, backdrop. Yeah, I'm gonna delete it because I didn't want my chicken walking on an XY grid. Anyway, now every time I start this thing over again, I'm gonna make the chicken walk 4 steps. Every costume. Every time I press the green flag, chicken starts over there on the left. So that's part of today's assignment. If I wanted the chicken to point the other direction, I could make the chicken start over here. Let's put it here. And there's a thing called, under motion, there's point in direction. And 90 degrees is to the right. If I wanted the chicken to point the other direction, we'd say negative 90. So I forgot to change this number. I'd have to put that over there. So now, let's see. So sadly, the chicken's upside down. But remember, I taught you this on the first day. There's a way to make it not go upside down. It's the set rotation style block. And if I say set rotation style left, right, then the chicken will point negative 90, but not be upside down. And there we go. So next up on today, you would be making a separate green flag program. And I think, again, we'll do a forever because you need to be checking forever this thing. We're going to go to control, and we're going to do an if statement. An if block lets us do something if something in particular happens. So I'm gonna get a walking bear, put it right here. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Well, a lot smaller. It's a little miniature bear. And what we can do now in the chicken is I can say, hey, if the chicken is touching the bear, then I want to do something. So the way you tell about touching is in this sensing group, the blue group, and you can drag over this thing. If touching, and instead of mouse pointer, you can say bear. So we're in the chicken now. If the chicken is touching the bear, then check it out. You can stop other scripts. Like I want the chicken to stop walking. So I could say stop other scripts in the sprite. So that stops this left-hand block where it's walking. I don't want it to walk through the bear. And then you can start a conversation. And the conversation, you can say hello. And then you can throw in a wait while the bear says something back. And then my name is Frankie. And so you can make a little conversation, and you can do similar code over in the bear so that the bear is responding and talking, alternating. Let's see. I think those are the main skills. And I'll show you the one I made. I'm going to click Save Now. And it's already shared. So let's see. I made one with the bear and a dog. And I'll just show you what happens when I run it. The bear comes from the left, the dog comes from the right, because it's a space dog, and when they touch, they have a little conversation. Oh, good morning. Excuse me. All right, and then the bear turns around and walks away. So that's the end of the program. The bear just keeps walking forever, and that's okay. So I want you to have each side at least say 2 things. I want them to not be Like I want it to flow like a conversation, and that's that. So let me know if you need help.